Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Dark08, and this is DCS. It stands for Digital Combat Series. This is a flight simulator. So let's go ahead and... Okay, here we go. So we're in the big foot. We're going to take this off here.
Welcome to the SU-25T Frog Foot.
Woo!
The Frog Foot, also called the Crash, is a very capable ground attack aircraft that can destroy most anything on the battlefield.
Wow,
Before we start blowing things up, though, let's first learn how to start up this bird.
This is complicated.
The first thing I'll ask you to do is turn on the electrical power by pressing right shift and L.
Alright, let's have at it.
With the electrical power now engaged, you can see that the heads-up display, or HUD, comes to life, as well as many instruments and cockpit lights. Before moving the aircraft, make sure that more than 3 minutes have elapsed in order to let the horizontal situation indicator gyro to align properly. Now that you have power, let's turn on the navigation lights by pressing right, control, and L. Next, let's close the canopy by pressing left, control, and C. Our next step is to start our two engines. Before you do so, make sure your throttle controller has a 0 power setting. Start the left engine by pressing right, alt, and home. With the left engine started, press right, control, and home to start the right engine.
There we go.
Off the lower left corner of the TV display is the engine gauge, with needles marked 1 and 2 for the two engines. When an engine is being started, one of the two green lights below the gauge will light. Once the light turns off, it indicates that the engine is ready for operation. In the lower left corner of the dash is an aircraft symbol that indicates the status of your flaps, landing gear, and air brake.
That one there.
Lower your flaps to the takeoff position by pressing left shift.
Alright.
You're now ready to taxi. So slowly increase the throttle by moving your throttle control forward or pressing page up. To reduce throttle, use your throttle controller or press page down. To use the wheel brakes, press W. Start rolling forward and turn to the left of the taxiway ahead.
Alright,
Press
we're
C
going
to
to go
steer left and press X to steer right.
102. Ассистент. Разрешаю руление на полосу 26.
Oh, this is complicated here. This is not good. There we go.
Nice job. Now heading in the right direction.
Let's
Keep
see.
your taxi speed around 10 kilometers per hour as indicated in the top left corner of the HUD. As you taxi, use small, smooth rudder corrections to keep you aligned on the center of the taxiway.
There we go. This is insane for a free-to-play game. Yep, come up to a fork here.
At the fork, hang a right to reach the runway.
Alright.
As we taxi, you can go to external view by pressing F2, and return to the cockpit by pressing F1.
That's
You can
loud.
zoom in and out using the keypad star and / keys. Rotate the views using the keypad direction keys. You've now reached the runway threshold. Taxi onto the runway to the right and align yourself down the length of it.
Alright, here we go, folks.
Once aligned down the runway, increase thrust of both engines to maximum and use gentle inputs on the rudder, X and Z, to keep you tracking down the center line.
Gotta zoom in here. 120.
Your
130.
airspeed, as indicated in the top left corner of the HUD, indicates about 250 kilometers per hour. Gently pull back on the controller and allow the aircraft to fly itself off the runway. Don't yank the controller back to force the aircraft into the air. As mentioned before, your airspeed in kilometers per hour is indicated in the top left corner of the HUD. In the top right-hand corner of the
There we
HUD
go.
is your altitude in meters. Between the altitude and speed indications is your heading table. With positive climb established, raise the landing gear by pressing G. In the center of the HUD is the pitch and roll indication, and along the right side of the HUD is your pitch ladder and vertical velocity indication. Go ahead and raise the flaps by pressing left control and F. This concludes this lesson of starting up the SU-25T, taxiing, and taking off. You can end the lesson now by pressing the escape key.
There we go. That's not so bad. Look at the pretty view. Oh, this game's gonna have a lot of stuff to it. There. Oh. Kind of touchy turn here. Uh-oh. Level back out, level. There's the runway. Looks pretty, don't it? Woo. There we go. So if you think this is a game for you, definitely check it out. I have to say, there's probably gonna be a lot more for me to do. Let's go ahead and it's the briefing. It's the same thing. Back. Okay, let's quit this out, and of course, you're gonna kick on over to the next thing. Alright, let's do basic controls and navigation. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Now on to the next one. This lesson, you'll learn basics of flight control and navigation between waypoints. Lights, brake, rudder, nose up, nose down, altitude. Okay. Fly.
Welcome to this lesson on the basic flying and navigation of the SU-25T. This lesson will teach you how to get from point A to point Z and all points in between. I currently have the lesson in active pause. If you wish, you can turn on cockpit lighting by pressing L. The airspeed is indicated with the top left corner of the HUD. The horizontal line below the airspeed indication, or the care below, indicates your acceleration or deceleration. If the care is on the left side of the line, you are deaccelerating. If it is in the center, your speed is not changing, and if it is on the right side of the line, you are accelerating. The smaller number above is your set airspeed for that leg of the route when you're in navigation mode. Press the spacebar to continue.
Alright, here we go. Spacebar.
Your altitude in meters is indicated in the top right corner of your HUD. And R to the right indicates it is radar altitude, or height above ground, and not barometric, height above sea level altitude. The smaller number above is your desired barometric altitude for that leg of the route. Press the space bar to continue.
Alright.
You'll probably notice a circle in the center of the hull. This provides you course steering to the next waypoint. By flying the aircraft to align the circle in the center of the bank and pitch indicator in the center of the hull, you will reach your next destination in a course line. The course line is a direct line between the two waypoints. Press the space bar to continue. In the bottom center of your front dash is a horizontal situation indicator, or HSI, that looks like a compass. The yellow needle points directly to your next waypoint, and the top left field indicates the range of kilometers to that waypoint. The top right field indicates your course bearing to reach the next waypoint. The double white needles points to your course intercept. When you're on course to the next waypoint, both the yellow and white needles will align. Press the space bar to continue.
Oh, jeez.
Ahead of you are a series of gates to fly through. Fly through the first gate directly ahead of you. You can push the control stick forward to push the nose down and dive, or pull back the stick to raise the nose and climb. These inputs control your elevator. Use the throttle, page up and page down, to control your thrust. Try to keep your airspeed around 620 kilometers per hour.
Alright.
Press the space bar when you're ready, and I will unpause the lesson.
Here we go. Let's see if I crash.
Note that when you pass through a gate, the next one's sequence will become larger if it's rather far away. If you get too fast, reduce the throttle and toggle your air brakes by pressing B.
Oh. It moved pretty well. There we go.
The next gate is above you and to the left. To change your heading, use your aircraft's ailerons to roll the aircraft to the left by moving your control stick to the left, and then gently pulling back on the stick until you are aligned with the next gate.
There we go.
The next two gates are below you and to the right. This time, roll the aircraft to the right and lower your nose to fly through the gates.
I'm going. Okay, okay. Let's pick up some speed here. There we go. There we go. We're on the right path. Not too much. Not too much. Down we go. Down we go. Okay, down we go. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if I hit that one. Uh-oh. Let's slow down some. I'm losing control. Oh!
Pull up.
I'm pulling up.
Overgy, 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 overgy.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Hey, turn back. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh, what's that noise?
Pull up. Pull up.
Pulling up, I'm pulling up. Ah. This isn't good. Oh, the telephone wire's down there. It's probably easier if I wasn't just using a keyboard. I haven't made how many gates? Oh, I'm gonna make this one. Will I make it?
Pull up.
No. Ooh. Oh. Looks like I need a lot more time in flight before I go anywhere. And looks like they're going to send a helicopter out to save me. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to keep trying this one. I'll see you guys all out there in YouTube land.